Welcome back to the Fast Expansion Malekith campaign. It is turn 46. We've just started that turn. We currently have 56 settlements, and we're gunning to see how much we can get by the mid-80s here, with some new additions to the field, which could swap some things up. We got this. Let's go ahead and start that, repair that. And Malekith can get running over here. Malekith's dragon's wings are still glitching quite a bit. We are getting ready to go liberate over here. The problem is this area has high chaos corruption. So if we move, if we can move in raiding stance. If we do that, I guess we take one turn of attrition here, hopefully. Let's do that. I think this will cause us to take one turn of attrition, and then I think we reach there. I hope. We are still building up our economy. You are going to come over here. Okay, so if we see this, it's going to take just over 2 turns. So if we go to there, I think we're probably okay. We're improving this here. So right now we actually have +5 control faction-wide from that low loyalty dilemma, which is actually amazing for 17 turns. That's crazy good. We have +8 control from this, -4 control from this, so a positive +4. We also have +3 here. So we're actually going to lose +7 control all provinces next turn, effectively. So that's going to be much worse. So we're going to need to slap that in there. We've taken the Witchwood over here, and we are going to go... Gotta take Had Hall. We sacrificed 1 shade for the sake of sparing ourselves a fight that I knew we could get by without doing. Now we have a Lethanar who's going to be a problem. We're going to see if we can lure him into anything. I had a thought over here, so this army probably can't take over that. One thing I can do, Lethanar is at least 2 turns away from arriving here. So I can swap-a-roo basically all of this. And I'm going to plan on sending her to start conquering over here. You are going to want to get rid of the regiments and be recruiting some more units to help defend. Malice. We want to go for the Crystal Spires. It's 2 turns to get there. So we can force... I guess we can just force march this turn. So we can hit that next turn. Probably a better solution. Probably. And then you are worried about that army. So we're going to need to retreat here. And recruit some reinforcements. They are at war with us specifically, but if we can just stall them over here, that'll work out just fine. We're still working on trying to meet potential allies and trade partners. And we have this guy who's still trying to catch up with Malice eventually. It's going to take a little bit.
Malice Darkblade, Lord of Fear.
Admiral Leech has a very powerful army. The Dark Riders aren't going to matter. These aren't going to matter. Honestly, neither of these. We have a strong enough army that's left. I don't care about paying more upkeep than that. So you are getting ready to defend over here. You are helping us defend this here. And you are over here. Leech, if we will help us support a lot of operations over here. He can park himself in that corner and support invasions in the Darklands or up into the Chaos Wastes or whatever. So what else do we want to upgrade? That's probably a good idea there. But I care about more money or hero capacity. Anyone that we're willing to... Northern provinces? Sure. Puppets of, let's see, the Fecundites, no, too close. Puppets of Misrule. It's going to be a long time before we get over to them. So I'm okay with that. These we're all probably going to be fighting very soon. And we definitely want to make sure we take Erengrad, because that has a really good port there, I believe. Maybe we can't look at it in the diplomacy screen. Next turn, we also may be able to confederate, like Crone Hellebron, or somebody else. We'll have to see what the things are looking like. Erengrad. Yeah, it's a really good one. So, money is very important, but they already are getting a lot of money from that. Let's get the hero capacity. That's fine. Same idea there. And I don't want to upgrade things over here, because Lethanar could come after any of this. I'll just leave everything else as it is for right now. Until we get more money available.
Lord of the Black Tower, ever vengeful. I am the Witch King, a bloodthirsty fiend.
So we're ending the turn with still 56 settlements. We weren't able to capture anything else, but we'll be able to capture several next turn. Alright, time to roll the dice. We got Barbstone. We've been very lucky here. One of these times we're going to get one that is completely worthless, and I might break down in tears. It's true. Sacrifice to Cain is available in one turn. That'll be another replenishment and money. Slave capture boost. Basically, we're going to take over the entire empire while we're taking over Ulthuan, roughly. Yep, as expected. Also as expected. A stack of shades roaming around doesn't have to fear too much, except like multiple high-end stacks of enemy units. Stack of dark shards and shred spears roaming around is a lot more vulnerable. Sorry, there's only one horseman of the apocalypse, and his name is Malice Darkblade. Yeah, the loyalty bonus and some XP, that's fine. brutal business. So we're going to hit Sacrifice to Cain here, because we know we want to hit that. And if we can't go raiding, or maybe we can go raiding. Okay, looks like maybe this will work. I really wish it would like show next turn, because that could be working, or that could not be working, and it's kind of impossible to tell. For 63 gold, and sorry, for 63 slaves, and I don't think that's worth it. I'm not going to risk it. The problem is you get a movement penalty next turn if you start the turn in raiding, meaning you can't even switch out of the stance before moving. Meanwhile, over here, we're going to have to fight this one. This is eventually, by the way, you may notice a theme here. One of the reasons I prefer to wind up getting the Shades, because it doesn't, you're able to auto-resolve these fights. But these are obviously much cheaper right now. 110, 131 versus Shades, which would be costing like 300 plus gold at this point. So, there is that. So let's go smash this real fast. Or we could probably do this fight without the Dread Spears being involved at all. Just move up, blast them with magic, and shoot them with Dark Shard bolts. You also may be wondering, why do I have a Sorceress plus a Supreme Sorceress? The answer is, besides, hey, double Arcane Conduit and extra Arcane items is not a bad thing. This is the Sorceress that has the Spiteful trait, I'm pretty sure, which is just a really good trait to have on your army. And the Sorceress, the second one, the hero version, also gives Magic Find, which is a big help in terms of getting enough magic items later on. So it's like I'm attaching the hero Sorceress no matter what, ideally. Okay. Let us proceed forward.
Dark sorceress with dark purpose. Sorceress of blood.
Oh, they're really trying to shoot my Sorceress there, huh?
Do my bidding swiftly.
Ping pong. Oh, it didn't ping pong there. Interesting. See, that's a proper flame storm right there. We've already dealt over 10,000 damage, and it's still racking up. Let's see what happens here. I don't think it'll go through the barricade, so it should bounce back. Do a lot of damage. Let's angle it this way. Not sure how much that even did, honestly.
Sister at the Dark Convent. Battle call. Servant of Hecate.
These are a bunch of Marauder Berserkers, right? So let's give them the good news.
My power is yours. Death hag. With
That's
purpose.
destroyed.
Dread spears. Advancing. On to slaughter.
Spell sorcery. Swiftly.
This should give us more magic overall. We get back 14 winds of magic reserve, so it's plus 10 winds of magic reserve overall. That's something.
Power. Moving forward.
Just takes some time to really kick in.
Enchantress. Death hag. What deeds await? More.
That looks like a nice cluster over there, if I can get there.
Cold-blooded killers.
On to slaughter! Battle ready! Moving out!
For the king! By your command! Murder awaits!
Carnage awaits!
Sorceress of Grove. Dark power. Death hag. As you say. At once. Blood. Now. Foul spoken. Scream for me.
So at a minimum, yeah, the Dark Sorceress is able to act as like a battery
Sorceress of Grove.
to recharge us.
Powerful. Death hag. Destroy.
Dread spears! Murder awaits!
Sorceress of Grove.
Got a bunch of Marauder champions here.
Come, Malekith! Destruction awaits! Oriole! Winds rise!
We're probably close to breaking here. Hello, Marauder champions. Ignore the magic amassing around us right now. Honestly, it's nothing. Oh wait, no, it took out half your health. There's army loss. Such loss. Much wow. As mentioned, that is one of the benefits to getting like shade stacks eventually. Also, I think I mentioned this before, but I'll repeat it. One of the biggest benefits of shade stacks is that your supply lines go up by less, because it's 4% at higher difficulties. At lower difficulties, it's still very efficient of using Dark Shards and Dread Spears, especially as Malekith. So there's less of an importance to switch to higher tier units.
This passes for treasure.
We actually do want a rebellion here, but it seems we can't get one. Unless we manage to get a bunch of other slaves and stuff, then that might, I guess. Ironic that we want to get a rebellion and are struggling.
Sorceress of Grove.
Okay, can we capture like 1,200 more slaves is, I guess, the next question. Hello, I will take this, thank you.
Let them know death's touch. All is mine.
Well, we're not too far off, are we? There is a bug on the ports. We see they generate 150 income and 5 growth. That's half of the normal values, but they do not generate the slaves unless they are repaired, which is opposite of the industry, which don't need to be repaired to get their slave bonus. So, you know, it's a little inconsistent there. We're moving over there.
Next, destruction.
I guess that before I moved Malekith, I should have adjusted this so it would be built in one turn. I have not played him in a while, and I forget to use those province effects as effectively as I should, realistically.
Again. Death to all enemies. Feast on your spoils.
That growth is good enough, I'm just going to grab it. Lethanar, you are down here.
Dark and noble warrior.
Shattered realm.
Looks like he shouldn't be able to reach me if he comes after me, so maybe I can lure him down here and like force march up or something. Or let's just take this. Why not?
Carnage and bloodshed await. Cruelty and violence.
There goes Heralds of Ariel. I want to get Dval's Anvil to tier 3 quickly, because it's a nice 10% reduction in upkeep for all armies. Will we need to fight this battle? Let's find out. No.
Spare none.
Okay, well, we made it to the slave count we were going for. Which has another benefit here, because we can actually get this rebellion to happen that we would like. There goes the Legion of Chaos. Malice, you will be just chilling here. So next turn, Malice can recruit 5 more Shades, which would replace like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 units, basically. And then, okay, the 6th Master will get replaced. So we'll let Malice keep his Medusa, I guess. Why not? 384 compared to 331 with Shades. They are sieging.
Ridiculous.
Cruelty and violence.
How are we looking on Confederation?
Blood queen.
If we had better relations with Crow and Hildebrand, we would be able to
Nagaroth
confederate.
warrior. Let them know death's touch. What?
But we don't.
Tyrants of Nagaroth.
There's a slight flaw in my plan. We don't. You may notice, by the way, there's another bug where the units recruited by the Black Ark aren't getting the recruit rank bonus they're supposed to. Only units outside of the Ark, which is kind of a weird thing, but it is how it's been bugged for a bit. I'm hoping you can drive Crone Hellebrand back there. I don't actually want her to take that settlement. Okay. Can upgrade all of these. I have the ability to sell off some slaves. And that is a priority, okay. Balancing heroes versus economy is the item in question here. All these people want to be our... If the Fecondites had only their home there, I'd be more up for trading. But as is... And if Be'lakor didn't come with the landmark there... Though, admittedly, it is orange now since it's jungle instead of frozen. We'll declare one as vassal if Be'lakor decides to stand out of it. Be'lakor, it's a combination of Belagar and Be'lakor. In theory, we could probably be okay with him. Just everyone else, like, getting a few hundred gold from them, I mean, wouldn't be bad, but we're planning on taking them over soon. In a different kind of game, we could pick our allies very carefully. Let's grab the Ward of Cain here.
A black-hearted rogue.
We can spare 1 point on Cull the Unworthy here.
Mother of the Dark Convent. Seeress.
Give ourselves a bonus for the troops we do have.
Malicious and
Dark and
theory, Alethanar can't see our army down to the south, in theory. But we need to be very careful up around his north troops here. We know we're already going to replace these, don't we? So let's just get rid of them now. Don't pay the upkeep. We know we're going to replace you. Don't pay the upkeep. We're not in any immediate danger. Only Archaon's in immediate danger, but thank you. I'll be here all game.
Great gods of Druki.
Feared warrior.
malicious and cruel.
Imminent rebellion. We want that rebellion there. And I don't think anywhere else. Your rebellion. Yeah, that's also good. We want those two rebellions. A rebellion counts as a declaration of war, which gives us a chance to get envoys. And it obviously gives us units, an army to beat up for XP and money. So, rebellions, when we can trigger them, are good. Rebellions at a bad spot are bad. I know that is a little bit of a self-evident type saying, but enemies we can easily beat where we want the enemies to be are good. Enemies we can't easily beat where we don't want enemies to be are bad. Wow. Come on, you can do it. Okay. I completely forgot about this.
Pulling back.
That's bad. Whoo! That's a dum-dum on me. Going too fast here. Not checking everything carefully. Yeah, I'm gonna do this in this case. Obviously in the prior legendary you couldn't do this. And so maybe you can blame me if you want, but if I should have gone. I normally go through and I double check things. I'm trying to move things along quickly enough here so it doesn't get boring. But I try to go through the lords. I make sure I know what everyone's doing. It's already going to take long enough by the time we're back at like 20 plus lords. But that's not that's literally I just forgot to move the lord. Blame me if you want. It was a mess up on my part. And again, if this was the old legendary where there was only one save, I would be going through and I'd be more careful. At the end of every turn, I'd be checking
I cannot rewrite reality.
what was going on. Okay, so we need to generate a little bit more money though. So we need to cancel something. Maybe that. How's Nagaron's public order? It's okay. We don't need that anymore though. What did we start this turn? It's not a big deal to cancel. I do kind of want to keep that rolling. Okay, maybe there's a war or something we can join in a way that makes sense. See, Marathi's at war with everyone here. Relations improving. You just hate everyone, don't you, pal? How much do I really care about? Grimgor is presumably somewhat strong, maybe? And without knowing, that's awkward, isn't it? maggot host. Okay. So, they're fighting, so we could do that, right?
You catch me in a moment of less rage, creature. I may spit.
Alright. We're going to be going that way anyway to take out the maggot host. So we are now at war with Temerkian ahead of schedule. Add those in there. Okay. I shall endeavor to try to double check things, and then he probably wants peace immediately. Yep. And he will pay us like 2,000 gold for it. So we basically just made 3,000 gold for not really anything. Will you pay us to go to war with them? Yes. Will you pay us to go to peace with you? Yes. But then you can only do that every turns, of course. Man, I hope they still win against Crone up here. Yes. Going to the Shrine of Ladriel. That might make it easier to confed Crone as well. Because she just has those cities there. That could be pumping out like 5,000 more gold per turn for us. And send those armies cascading south. Alright, so we got multiple rebellions. Alright, let's try this now. Is this any better? Still valiant defeats. Now let's take a look at this. So question 1, is there any need to actually fight this now? The answer to that's probably no. We have Shadow Warriors and Shadow Walkers, which are the most dangerous ones there. We can't really, they outrange us considerably, and they outgun us with missiles considerably. I'd rather not take this fight unless forced to, which I am not currently forced to. So at a minimum I can get one last round of Dark Shard's shields to assist. If they come onto land and attack with the garrison, I'm pretty sure we'll win there. Alright, so I think this is the end of Throg.
Merciless host. Attack. King of
It is the end of Throg. We can't reach that in one turn.
Enacting my dark desires.
That is
as
unfortunate.
ordered. Supreme sorceress.
How many settlements do you have? Not too many.
True power slavery becomes.
So we're going to want to take that on.
Spreading terror.
I mean, it's clearly just empty territory, right? No one home. Obviously. So your economy's cranking up nicely here.
Master of cruelty.
You're building up over there. That's fine. We'll come say hello. Take a turn of attrition.
Another time.
And we've still got to go pick up that last settlement over there and a few others over here.
Druki nobility. Nagara.
I don't know where Lethanar is.
Bloodshed becomes me.
So that is, you know, a little worrying.
Noble of Nagara.
He is the Shadow King after all.
Patience.
In fact, it's so worrying, I'm not even going to defend Val's Anvil. I'm going to come over here.
For the Witch King.
Just in case he's lurking, I'm going to see if I can get him to trigger an ambush here.
Black-hearted dreadnought.
You'll defend just fine there with these troops.
Cruelty and violence.
Taking out Lethanar over there is one of the trickier things.
Glory!
Could have brought the new hero in there first, couldn't I
Your
have?
servitude will be mine.
Oh well.
Master of Nagara.
I've skills to show. Indeed.
I think I just miscalculated or something last time. And I'm sure you were laughing at me all the way as I was doing that. Understandably so. Oh well. 18 units is fine. If we can always dump slaves into some place too. Or hell, we can do that right now. Look at this. Watch this. Boom.
I do not.
Note that these shades also get the +3 recruit rank. Speaking of which, you should probably get naval training now. So the shades get a +2 bonus, so they'll start at rank 5.
Elation in victory.
Cruelty and violence.
Then you're
So
going to take this
kill.
out.
Unthinkable. Carnage and bloodshed await. Feast on your spoils.
Dismantle those. Ideally, this would be we'd be moving our lord away, but we don't until we know where Lethanar is. Until he's been isolated and taken out. I don't dare really move that guy away. Because remember, the AI cannot see him there. He will just attack as it looks like a vulnerable spot. You can move this lord down here and dump out some troops there. Our agent is still moving. Okay. I don't believe we're trying to trigger any rebellions now, so we can sell off a number of things. How are we doing on iron? Iron will eventually... We're going to eventually have way too much iron and not enough people to trade it to, I think, so... That typically happens. Mainly because of the landmark in the Black Flood. So we'll get 96 from that. And then Valzanful will also give us another 100. But iron still gives us, you know, slight raw income, so it's okay. Malekith nearly to level 39. Sorry, 20. He's 29, he's nearly to level 30. I kind of combined 30 and 29, so it becomes 39.
By all. Black-hearted.
Got Board of Cain just so he's even more missile resistant.
Dark Lord.
And we hope Lethanar comes to attack us soon. Will he? Who knows? What do you got, Shades? Okay. Okay, you know what? It's good enough. In theory, we could sell off another round of the slaves to improve that building a turn sooner. I just don't know. I'm worried about that bug that still exists. I'm trying to make sure we don't run afoul of it. Lethanar is showing up. Where is he showing up? Is he attacking the north, or is he attacking... He's attacking north. There we go. Okay. Obviously a very rough battle, and even with the shades in the army, but one that we win, which is the key thing here. So about 1,200 Oh man, they still think we lose over here. Okay, well. This is it. Gotta win this fight. Oh, we're gonna have to wait 2 minutes, right? It doesn't start as part of the garrison, even though the Black Ark is garrisoned. Just some annoying coding for sure. Minute and a half out. Okay. Definitely not ideal. Also, this map is blinding me.
Murder awaits. Without question.
We're gonna need to be ready to move forward at a moment's notice whenever we see their stealthy archers. Again, they outrange us by 36 units in the game. We do have Black Arcs attacks we can drop on them. Losing this would need another very big setback. I'm gonna start moving you out. I'm less worried about their melee troops than I'm really worried about the special ranged forces.
Eager for battle. Battle ready. Onward. Going.
Who's the eagle coming after is the question here.
Bleak swords. Massacre them. On to slaughter. Dark elves. Cold-blooded killers. The merciless host. Destroy. Kill them. Glorious carnage.
There they are.
We are ready. Dark shards. Druke.
See how much of the rest of this they're able to take out.
We are ready. Massacre them. Dark elves. We understand.
You can shoot over here.
Red spears. By your command. Dreadlord. It shall be. Onward. Lord of fear. Murder awaits. Blood for Cain. Dread spears. Dealers in death. Back. Merciless warriors. Onwards to murder. Ha! Shot. Attack.
That dealt some damage.
Dark shards.
You look at how much they're devastating these over here.
Forward.
Get on the eagle.
Eager for battle.
You gotta move you forward.
Red spears. Make them bleed. Dealers in death. No survivors. Dark shards. Red spears. Dark shards. Moving out. Carnage awaits. Understood.
Shoot at
Murder
them.
awaits.
What are you stopping there? Go, please. Go, go, go.
Red spears. Slaughter them. Massacre them. Dark shards. Dread spears.
We're running them out of ammo bit by bit.
Eager
Guess that's
for
the good
battle.
news.
Death. Dark shards. To destruction. Red spears. For the king. Destroy.
Druki! By Kane!
Feared by all. Going.
Dark shards! Kill everything!
Onwards to murder.
Dread spears! Nagarothi! The merciless host! No
Fire
mercy!
here. We're getting shot up from those Shadow Warriors over there.
Advance Druki!
Flank them here.
Dread
Cruel and deadly.
Those Shadow Warriors are out of ammo.
Dread spears. Glorious destruction. Tyrant of
They'll
Nagaroth.
have to come into melee now, which gives us an
merciless warriors!
advantage. You should be shooting at those Shadow Warriors.
Cold-blooded killers!
Eager for battle. Move.
Dread spears!
This should wipe out a lot of their spearmen.
Merciless warriors! Dealers death!
I do think we've almost won.
Dread spears.
Yep, there we
Dark
go.
elves. Blood for Cain. Advancing.
End them!
A rather brutal fight.
Battle ready. Dreadlord.
Basically, they're all faster than us, so can't really chase them. What about their lord? I am slightly faster than their lord. Let's see if I can use that and deal some damage. The lord is dealing armor-piercing damage, though. That's interesting. They have the Sea Dragon Blade or something, the thing that's like minus 75, the Blade of Sea Gold or something like that. The other catch is that on their turn, we won't be able to follow up as the Black Ark. That's why you really want to be able to auto-resolve these auto battles. In theory, they can just like run up the hill into the heart of Norska and start recruiting globally. So we're going to try to avoid that. See, an army of Shades would obviously still struggle, but they also have the advantage that they can't be shot until the other side's close. So it becomes an army of Sniper versus Sniper, rather than Sniper versus Sniped. Also took a large hit to the garrison. That'll heal. They presumably won't. But in a turn, they might come back and attack us. We'll see. And again, if we just put a lord outside of the settlement, they can just ambush that and kill it, because we have no way to defend against that. You may remember this refrain being said more than once or twice.
Release us, fool.
They may come and take that settlement, and there's not a ton we can probably... Well, I guess we could make a lord there and try to grab a regiment, maybe. The Skaven are going to be a nasty foe for the reasons stated.
Your people will
He would like a lot of agreements, but we also want him, you know, dead. So besides that little hiccup,
Far beneath.
they will probably come and attack this settlement soon. We can grab the unassailable, which will help significantly. But what we really need is Shades for more focused power, or Bloodrack Medusa, or really any higher tier unit is what this is amounting to, right? Like, it doesn't have to just be that. Okay.
Supreme
Um,
sorceress grant.
we saw this army here, so I think we probably go for this. Because there's Thurot. Okay. Thurot, what kind of army do you got?
Endless hunger.
Kind of an Igorich is probably the nastiest one. Hard.
Chosen of Hecate.
That's obviously Throt, some Rattling guns, mutant rat ogres. A lot of painful units there. Let's see how bad it is if we just fight it. So ideally what I would like to do here, I would like to just be able to fight this and win this. It might take a try or two. If it doesn't work, then I can ring this army in, and that'll easily be a win, but then I can't take Lair of the Troll King this turn. So I want to do this with as minimal force required as possible. One Rattling gun. The Plague Claw catapults will suck. The Rat Ogres are dangerous, but they'll be going against the Dread Spears, and they can get shot by the... It's the catapults that are going to suck the most here, I think. Let's see if this is a fight we can reasonably win. Manually. Because like I said, and you might think, so what, it's just one settlement. Yes, just one settlement this turn, but you add that up across like 30 turns, and suddenly you have 30 less settlements than you might otherwise have had. I think I'm going to have to try to destroy the Plague Claw catapults with my flying units. They also have Menace Belows, so I do want to get as far from them as possible with some open room, which probably means over here. I probably will be backing into the corner a bit this time.
Enchantress. Death Hag.
Eager for battle. With pleasure. Dark shards. On to slaughter. My blade hungers.
Death Hag. Going. At once. Success awaits. All powerful.
He just has a lot of single entities. I think we did improve Fireball eventually, which is good. I didn't check the exact number of Menace Belows he had. The clan rats aren't too bad. Again, the dragon can take care of
Sorceress of
a
Grove.
chunk of the enemies. Alright, we're gonna have our first Menace Below.
With fury.
I'll say Dark Shards don't fire for now.
Force. Bride of Cain. Dark sorceress.
Oh, are they firing at me? Well,
Dark
that's handy.
sorceress. Feeding victims. Wickedly depraved. Follow the wind. Oriole, Sarius. Eager. Swift.
In theory, I think this destroys a Plague Claw catapult each time I hit. Well,
Eager for blood. Moving
not if that
forward.
happens.
Swiftly. Sorceress.
Do I need to fire
Cry and aha.
over here?
Why? Supreme sorceress.
Okay, there we go. See, that did take that out.
Do my bidding. My power
Let's see if we can get rid of these Rattling guns.
Ready. Dark power. The dark compass. Sorceress of Groan. Now. At once. Sail.
I completely didn't even notice them spawning more troops, because I've been trying not to get killed over here. I'm gonna try doing a sacrifice to the Conduit Decaying right here and try to kill off basically nearly all of the operators. Now we get out of here before Gorich messes with us too much. Gorge is scary. 10,000 hit points.
Sister of the Dark Convent. Supreme Sorceress.
A sorceress won't be able to cast anything for a bit, but that's fine.
Supreme Sorceress.
The catapults also don't look like they're gonna go bother us for a bit.
Foul sorcery. Eager for blood.
See if we can get some chillin' work in here. About 4,000 damage with that.
Swiftly.
Where are the rattling guns? Those warp fire throwers. There's the rattling guns. Okay.
All powerful.
Let's drop some fire. And drop a soul stealer there. May not be a great idea. Maybe something. Let's see, 7.4.
My power is yours.
I don't know what happened.
Limitless power. Bronze whip.
I don't know if that really did much. Still a ways out.
Rookie sorceress.
Okay, let's try to send our lord over here.
Ready. Sorceress of bronze. At once. Moving forward. Spell sorcery. Sorceress.
Still have 60 more magic. Drop a flamestorm here. We are at, well, basically no damage so far.
Dark sorceress. Hecate guides me. Seeking victim. Servant of Hecate. Sorceress of
So
bronze.
we started with like 2,000, right? So we're up to, we've gained 6,000 so far, which could have been better. Could have been worse.
Supreme sorceress.
The risk of getting cocky. I have a good feeling about this so far.
End come. Seeking entertainment. Search.
Let's get out of here. Go support the front lines.
Supreme
Gorge has a decent chunk of armor.
sorceress of bronze. Foul sorcery.
Stormburn and halberds. Let's drop this here. It's also an area denial of sorts, isn't it?
Forward.
I'm gonna go ahead and pop this though.
Supreme sorceress.
If we had a bigger clump of units, Flamestorm would be doing better. But we don't, which is limiting its usefulness.
Limitless power.
Chillwind's getting good effect though.
Supreme sorceress.
Dread spears.
It is done.
Following orders.
Following orders.
With haste! I summon thee! Supreme sorcerer!
Dark elves.
Sorceress of Grond!
The army's eventually making it over to us.
Enchantress!
Please loose a lot of dark shard bolts at this
Summoning
jerk.
destruction! Seal
Oh, we turned off the fire at will. No wonder they aren't firing.
Flames.
Wow.
Slash. Kill.
Death Hag! Seeress!
It's like, why aren't they shooting?
Death Hag!
Try to get out of there.
Power of Cain!
For the king. Murder
Some
awaits.
troops over.
Going.
Onward. Carnage awaits.
Norwich is down there.
Back at once! Dark sorceress!
Dread spears. Dealers of death. End them.
Warp grinders, not a problem.
Attack. Back.
That
Slaughter
mutant
them.
rat booger down.
Advancing. Carnage awaits.
My blade hungers.
Supreme sorcerer!
Gotta be close to army loss.
Eager for battle. Dark shards.
Hit those storm vermin.
Battle ready. By Drakira.
All powerful! Hearken to me! Sorceress of Grove! Destruction awaits!
Dread spears.
Throt is insisting on being an annoying
We are ready. We
rat
understand.
bastard back here.
The merciless host.
On to slaughter.
Nagarothi.
Sorceress of Grove!
This is fine.
Eager for blood! Follow the wind!
Dark shards. Moving out. Destroy.
Druki. Orders understood.
Cold-blooded killers.
There we go, okay. Throt's done.
Dark
Let's
shards.
make sure we don't shoot any more of our units. Okay. You can see why that hurt a lot. And our fallback plan was bring in the second army if needed. Yeah, big thing there is to be as far as possible from the enemies to make sure we have as much time as possible.
Take
We
them,
definitely need to
leader.
heal after that. You know what? I can let that be for right now.
Supreme sorceress of Grove!
Okay, let's see if we can finish part of the turn here real fast. Okay, that's easily taken care of. Please. Please.
King of the Druki. Spreading mystery. How delicious.
Okay.
I shall enjoy this.
Cruel
Take
and
this.
for Nagaroth! For victory!
You see how much more beat up the spears are?
Noble of Nagaroth!
It's kind of the problem you get.
Dreadlord!
We know Alethanara came and fought up there, so it's safe to move north
A noble
and
prospect!
reclaim these lands.
cruelty and violence. What lies ahead? Foolish request.
Since we can also get rid of these. And we know we won't be able to attack at this turn because we don't have a siege attacker. We can place this under siege. Take that next turn. And before I forget, there's an army over there. So let's try putting someone here. And hope that you can hold the line. Oh, we can also upgrade our arc. Okay.
Merciless one. Revered of the Witch King. Be quick.
Malice is ready to go.
Wins to me.
So let's get ready to knock on Archaon's door over here.
Lord of Nagara. Double time. Set the sail.
And move forward
I will
and be
continue
ready to
in time.
dump out a lord here.
Lord of the Black Court.
And we stay there and hope that this lord comes back and attacks us. Moving here. Snickage does exist, so he's going to want to trade with us. We don't need much besides just the money, and we as friends now. We can see if we can meet the western provinces. Okay, we already
I
did.
was not informed of this encounter. The iron.
He also wants to trade with us. We don't need to meet Emmerich yet. Ideally, we meet Emmerich later on once we have the Shrine of Azurian. Then he'll instantly be friends if that's what we want to decide to do. I don't know if there's much else to bother meeting over here. I can head up this way, I guess. And we'll see. Yeah, we're currently running 9 armies, so we own 66 settlements on turn 49. Upgrade that. Future upgrades are going to go straight to Vol's Anvil to get that upkeep production. And then we can do a lot of economic upgrades here. Our economy's starting to kick into high gear. As soon as we can start churning out shades. And we don't have room for another Death Hag yet, but we do for Sorceress. Definitely want to upgrade that. And that. And we have... Let's sell stuff off in the highest control areas. Okay. Is there any place that is nearly done with a Death Hag recruiting facility? Doesn't really look like it. There'll be a few done in a few turns here. Given the... Sure, we'll go ahead and really focus on control here. We do have an orange territory there, which hurts. Oh, you definitely want to upgrade to get that upgrading. You see, it's mountain, it's unpleasant. It wasn't that way before. And this lord over here needs a Death Hag.
Destruction surrounds us.
Wait, what was I just looking at? Now I'm confused. Did I just confuse myself? I don't know. I was looking at Vanheim Mountains. Okay, that's because it's over here. That's why. I was like, I would have sworn I saw something there. Not going to bother upgrading that because it might get taken. We can, however, upgrade here. That seems fine. Quick skill points. This video's already running over long, but I'm trying to end at the end of a turn.
Malicious and cruel.
Forgive me.
True power unleashed. All powerful.
A bloodthirsty fiend. Malicious.
Get ourselves some strength. Spite. Well, that's good. I'll take that before the name of power. Getting magical attacks and the research rate is nice. We're already up to 134% research rate.
Awaiting command.
Okay. I think that's everything we need to do for right now. So we will stop here. We'll see what they do next time. We will try to finish cleaning Lethanar out and take out the pirates. We will be starting to push on Ulthuan. We are about to declare war on Archaon. And we're fighting Boulder for control of the remnants of Kislev. See you next time.